Hi there, Leos. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at September 14 through September 20. And this is quite the week. There's a lot happening, a lot of which is going to be affecting you. Probably the main thing is that Saturn, the planet of focus and discipline, the planet of time management, and the teacher of the zodiac, is moving into Sagittarius, and it's going to stay in Sagittarius through 2018. Sagittarius, of course, is a fellow fire sign in your fifth house of romance, self-fulfillment, creativity, and fun. So for those of you who have been thinking about falling in love or wanting to be with somebody, or now is a good time to meet somebody, or you feel that that clock is ticking somewhere along the line, the next 3 years are times to meet somebody and to really feel as if you've met someone worth meeting, because it's not easy to meet people. Another thing that's happening this week is that Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, is going out of phase in Libra, and that's never fun. Interestingly enough, the 3 Mercury retrogrades we've had this year have all been in air signs: Aquarius, Gemini, and now Libra. And in Libra, it's transiting your 11th house of hopes, dreams, wishes, and friendship. You may find, Leos, that it's going to be a bit of a rough go with your friends. You may find that with your communication, that whatever you say seems to come off wrong, that you can't quite get a good grasp on what it is you want to say. Sometimes actions just do speak louder than words. And, you've got Venus in your sign, the goddess of love and relationships and money. So right now it's a good time for you to be focusing on money, because you probably spent a lot with Venus in your sign, and Venus remains in your sign through early October. And this is definitely a time when, for those of you looking to find someone, it's a really good time. Sagittarius are a great match for you with Saturn moving into Sagittarius. They're getting a little bit more serious. And if you know anyone born under the sign of Sagittarius, you know that they're not exactly the most serious sign in the zodiac. Another thing, of course, is that while Venus was out of phase in your sign, we really did see an amazing amount of celebrity breakups. The latest being John Hamm and Jennifer Westfeldt, who were together for close on 20 years. And they went their separate ways over the weekend, and at the final end of Venus retrograde. We had Gwen Stefani, we had Ben and Jen, and we had Blake and Miranda, and the list goes on. And it was very interesting timing that all these very much loved couples and together couples, many of them with children, broke up. Megan Fox, Brian Austin Green. You had not read a snippet of gossip. If people are going to break up, I always think it's going to be people like Tori Spelling, or couples like that. The girl Kendra Wilkinson and Hank. They've had so much trouble, and highly documented. And it's interesting that they're together, and the ones that you always thought would stay together forever aren't. So it just goes to show you how Venus retrograde really does sort the wheat from the shaft. So a very interesting time coming up now with Mercury going out of phase. And remember, if you don't have anything nice to say, zip it. Have a wonderful week. Great speaking to you. Be kind to yourself, and I'll speak to you again next week.